Hey, it's Will Wofford with Berkshire Hathaway, York, Simpson, Underwood Realty in Raleigh. And today I'd like to take you on a tour of downtown Raleigh. We'll be visiting Boylan Heights, South Park, Battery Heights, Mordecai, and Oakwood, as well as 3 condominium complexes, the Dawson, the Quorum, and West. I'll give you an overview of each of the areas and let you know what sales have occurred in the last 12 months. So if you're looking for property downtown or you're curious about downtown real estate, you'll know what to expect. So let's take a ride and let's go see downtown. As we arrive at our first stop, Boylan Heights, this was one of Raleigh's first planned subdivisions in the early 1920s. There are around 209 homes in the neighborhood with a 68% owner occupancy. There were 7 sales in the last 12 months, which represents a 3% turnover. So it's not so easy to find your ideal property here, but it is possible if you know what you want and you've established your financing and you're ready when it hits the market. The median price for homes in this neighborhood is currently $525,000, and that typically gets you 1,700 to 2,000 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. There is no HOA fee, but there is an active association in the neighborhood. The majority of homes were built in 1925, and the lots on average are 0.15 of an acre. As we round the corner, just to your left is downtown. So this is a very walkable downtown location. For the median price of $525,000, you likely will have to put some more money into the property to bring it up to your standard. All right, so as we arrive at South Park, I'll tell you this neighborhood is adjacent to Moore Square, and it's currently experiencing a renaissance of redevelopment from builders, flippers, and renovators. There are about 401 homes in this neighborhood with a 43% owner occupancy, and there have been 20 sales in the last 12 months, which represents a 5% turnover, which may make it a little easier to find a property at the price you want in this area. 9 of the sales were new construction with a mix of townhomes and detached homes. The detached homes sold on average for $525,000 for 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and 1,850 square feet. As I mentioned, there was also a small townhome community built as well, and those units sold on average for $650,000 for 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and around 1,900 square feet. So while you do see a lot of rundown properties, there is strong demand, and the lots are pretty nice with 1.15 of an acre, with a number of owners that are willing to sell as the price moves up. Okay, there are also 11 resale properties in this neighborhood in the last 12 months, with a median price of $365,000 for 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and around 1,350 square feet. You might have to spend additional money fixing these properties up though to suit your needs, as these homes were typically built around 1957. As you can tell, we're in close proximity to downtown at this location. Okay, the townhomes I mentioned earlier are coming up on the right. We're on Chavis Way. These townhomes were built in 2019. Super nice townhomes, great proximity to downtown. So while you've likely never heard of or even considered South Park before, I do think it's a neighborhood worth mentioning because there's a significant amount of sales activity occurring here, and these properties should continue to appreciate going forward. All right, Battery Heights is our next stop, and this neighborhood is just to the east of South Park and is really right on the border of downtown and East Raleigh. There are 234 homes in this neighborhood with a 59% owner occupancy. There were 12 sales in the last 12 months, and of those sales, 4 were new construction. So new construction makes up around 30% of the sales in this neighborhood. The median price for a new construction home is $515,000 for 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and around 1,900 square feet. There are also 8 resale properties in the neighborhood with a median price of $425,000 for 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and 1,850 square feet on average. You will see some homes selling for just under $200,000 here, but those homes generally need lots of work and you'll need to invest additional money for renovations. I think the lots in this neighborhood are really nice at just under 1/4 of an acre. And they're pretty much flat for the most part. You're convenient to everything in downtown from this location, but you'll want to drive there as it's likely too far to walk on a regular basis. Okay, the first thing I'll tell you as we arrive at Mordecai is it's one of the oldest neighborhoods in Raleigh, and the Mordecai house is the oldest home in Raleigh that's still sitting on its original foundation. There are 404 homes in this neighborhood with a 70% owner occupancy. There were 18 sales in the last 12 months, and 3 of those sales were new construction. The new construction homes on average sold for $685,000 for 4 to 5 bedrooms and 3 to 4 baths with around 2,650 square feet. There were also 15 resale properties in the last 12 months with a median price of $585,000 for 3 to 4 bedrooms and 2 baths with 1,775 square feet. You might need to spend additional money fixing these properties up to suit your taste, as they were typically built around 1946. Lot sizes in the neighborhood are typically 0.15 of an acre, and the location is super convenient to everything in downtown as well as to Cameron Village, NC State, and North Hills. Parking is not much of an issue as well. Oakwood contains the largest collection of architecturally significant homes in Raleigh. It's also one of the most central downtown locations that you'll find. There are around 583 homes in Oakwood, and 77% are owner occupied. There have been 12 sales in the last 12 months, which is only about a 2% turnover. So it's probably not going to be easy to find the property you want for the amount you'll likely want to spend in this neighborhood. There were no new construction sales in the last 2 years in Oakwood, but there are several new construction homes that are currently being built, and those should hit the market in the next month or so. The median home in this neighborhood sold at $660,000 for 3 to 4 bedrooms and 2 to 3 baths with around 2,550 square feet. The typical lot size you'll find is around 0.14 of an acre. So if you want to wander around Oakwood, important streets to know are Bloodworth Street, East Street, and Elm Street. These streets are all north-south streets and generally run the length of Oakwood. Elm Street is the shorter of the 3 streets. Important cross streets that I would recommend going up and down are Oakwood Avenue, Polk Street, and Lane Street. Watauga, Person, Pace, and Edenton Street are border streets, so once you hit those streets, you're getting out of the neighborhood. The schools that are assigned to the Oakwood neighborhood generally are Conn Elementary, Oberlin Middle, and Broughton High School. You can always look up your address on the Wake County Public School site. That will tell you the current school you're assigned to for this year and the upcoming year. The majority of schools in the downtown area are assigned to Broughton High School, but there is a lot of variance as to which elementary school you'd be going to and which middle school you would go to. So you really have to check out the Wake County site to confirm what the schools are. We've seen a lot of downtown neighborhoods. If you're interested in a house, but I think you should probably consider a condo as well when you think about living in downtown. So we'll take a look next at the Dawson, the Quorum, and the West condominiums. Actually, the train station you're looking at right there, pretty neat. Okay, that's the Dawson straight ahead that you're looking at, the cream color building. Yep, that's it right there. And unfortunately, there haven't been any sales in this building in the last 12 months, and there's only been one sale in the last 24 months. There are around 69 units in this building, and 40 of them are owner-occupied, or 58%. I think the typical size that you'll find is about 1,200 square feet. In fact, the one active property is actually 1,186 square feet for $390,000. It's 2-bedroom, 2 full bath, and the building was built between 2004 and 2005. There is city water, city sewer, and gas available, and the HOA for this unit is $292 per month. Okay, I can see the Quorum coming up. It's near the circular building. The circular building is the Holiday Inn. But the Quorum is the brown building, and you'll see it in just a second. This is a building you'll want to consider, I think, and it was recently renovated as a result of a fire that occurred several years ago. There have been 4 sales in this building in the last year with an average price of $655,000. That's it right there. For a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath unit and around 1,600 square feet. Normally I think there'd be more sales, but I believe the pandemic has really put a damper on the condo sales. HOA at the Quorum is something you'll need to consider though, as you have both a monthly and an annual HOA fee, and it's kind of steep in my opinion. On average, the monthly fee is about $600 with a $300 annual fee. So you're going to have higher HOA at all the condos, but this one has 2, and this one is a little bit steeper than the others. HOA fees with each condo will vary based on square footage and sales price, I believe. Okay, and now for our last property, the West. If you're in the market for a condo, this building might actually be your best bet. There have been 27 sales in the last 12 months at the West and 42 sales in the last 24 months. So there's a healthy market for these units at the West. At the West, you'll have a pool on the 12th floor as well as a community rec room complete with a kitchen and an outside grilling area on the roof. So it's pretty cool. And if you're in the market for a 1-bedroom unit, you'll be able to find it here for $300,000 or less. But it's only going to be 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and it's going to be about 800 square feet. If you're looking for a 2-bedroom, 2 bath, you can find that generally for about $375,000 to $400,000, and that'll be around 1,050 square feet. The HOA at the West varies, but on average it's around $450 a month. Glenwood South is technically not in downtown, but in my book it is in downtown, and it's a really cool place, and you're at most a 5-minute walk from the condo to Glenwood South. Lots of neat shops, restaurants, and bars in Glenwood South, so there's a lot to do, and I think it's a great benefit to have this located about a 5-minute walk away. You also have 42nd Street Oyster Bar, and you have tons of restaurants located next to these condos. But downtown is a really great place, and you know, without showing you Glenwood South, I would feel bad about it. Hey, it's Will Wofford again with Berkshire, Hathaway, York, Simpson, Underwood Realty. Well, I sure do hope you enjoyed the tour of downtown Raleigh. If you have any questions about this area or any other areas in Raleigh, please feel free to reach out to me and I'd be glad to help you. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching.